What's up? So, $800,000. We're talking about money this video. If you didn't see my last video, how I made and then lost $800,000. I mean, it was really like 2 million, but somebody stole, my money. That's addressed in the last video, so go check that video out if you haven't, about how I made the 800K and then lost it. But in this video, I'm gonna specifically just be talking about something that I thought about previously, and then even recently it's clicked even more and actually made me realize I think I'm actually okay with losing 800,000. Now some may see that and be like, 800,000, that's a lot of money. Cope, you're just saying that because you lost it. Like, maybe there's some of that in there too, but in reality, I don't know. Because here's the thing with making a lot of money at a young age. Now look at other people who have done it. Even rappers, they have more than just money. They have clout, they have all this stuff, but they're killing themselves. Okay, so that rapper has all this money, all this whatever, and he killed himself? But I thought he had all that money. That's the point. So, let's not even get to that point of like famous, successful, rich people that kill themselves, or because they may have other things going on. It may not be like even anything to do with money. But my point is that, let's say you get $1 million at age 25, and let's say you're anticipating that million to go to 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, whatever. Let's just say, actually, excuse me, I'm not editing that out, but let's say you have $1 million and you put it in 10% interest, savings account, crypto account, whatever. There's different options out there. You're making $100,000 a year passively doing nothing. You're basically making more than every single job out there that, you know what I mean, that doesn't require a doctorate, 4 year. Like, the average salary is not 100,000. That's my point. So you have an above average salary, and it requires no physical work whatsoever, because you have $1 million earning 10% per year. So in your head, you may think, oh, that's amazing. That's I can make 100,000 doing nothing. That's amazing. And that's what most people think. Now here's the craziest part. The craziest part is when I had 800,000 and I was approaching $1 million and I wasn't working because I was making thousands of dollars a day, that definitely outpaced whatever I would make at a job. So I thought, oh, it's pointless to go to that job. I'm not downgrading. So you get this feeling of downgrading. You get this feeling of like, oh, well, I already made 100K in a day. I'm not working for $100 in a day. It's like, bro, that's so stupid. Like, you may think like, oh, come on, that's not realistic though. Like, that may have just been a lucky day or whatever. But dude, I'm telling you, it hits different when you actually have made 100K in a day. When you look at your net worth portfolio and you see it increase 100,000 a day, regardless of how realistic you want to sound, regardless of how humble you want to be, bro, in the back of your head, you're going, all right. Where's LeBron? Like, where are these yacht parties at? 100,000 in a day. All right. You hit 35K a year. Made that this morning. But so where's the yacht party? Like, that's now I'm exaggerating a little, but you get that feeling. So you get this feeling of like, oh, there's a new base level. Like before it was like, oh, I gotta make this much, and then, you know, I can do whatever, but then I gotta make, like, there's always gonna be a new base level. So if you make a bunch of money early on, that's just gonna increase your base level, because once you get to 1 million, I'm telling you, like, I'm being dead serious, at 850K, and it was fluctuating like 700, 800K, 600K, whatever. The point is, I didn't have to work. Now, in hindsight, looking back in hindsight, I should have been working the whole time. But the point is, we're going based off if I cashed the 800K out, or even if it was a little more money, let's just say 1 million in your 20s, whatever. That, and you focusing full time on that and not having any other like serious job that you went to college for or whatever, you will literally become bored. And that's what I noticed happened to me. I was literally like, I'm sitting at 800K in my phone, and I'm just like, all right, I'm not doing some job that I don't want to do, especially when I already made 5K today. Get out of here. So that feels good at first, but then let a week or two go by. You literally start getting this itch, especially if you're a grinder like me. I was a natural hustler. I was a grinder. All I did was grind. All I did was hustle, work. I was a workaholic to get to that point. So if I was a workaholic to get to that point, and all I was doing was working, then that means when I finally did get to that point, it was like, oh, okay, now what? You know what I'm getting? You know what I'm saying? And if you look at a lot of these rich people, they always have a, well, now what? They always have that feeling of like, okay, well, all right, well, I achieved that goal, and they'll all say, you know, yeah, it was awesome achieving that goal, but, yeah, you know, I got all this money, it's amazing, you know, but, there's always a but. Why? Because money does not bring fulfillment. Money does not bring true fulfillment. My very own life is proof of that, because I base my entire life around getting money. And then when I got the money, I was just sort of like, wait, this is it? Like, this can't be it. Because think about it, people work their whole entire lives. They spend their whole life working to get 1 million. So imagine you get 1 million in under three years. And then that's it. Then what? So you get this feeling of like completion, but at the same time, like life being over. You know what I mean? Like, I literally, and it may sound crazy, but it's very true. There was literally times where I had $800,000 as a 25-year-old, and I was depressed. And I was literally depressed because I had too much money to where I didn't have to work anymore. So therefore, I felt like I had no purpose anymore. And think about it. Men are built to work. Men are made to work. Women are more physically, you know, made to like nurture babies, take care of kids, like that type of thing. Men are built to physically work. So if I'm working like crazy 12 hours a day to achieve this financial goal of 1 million, and then I get it, almost. And then I'm basically just like, okay, well, I'm retired. But let's say I'm retired. What is there to do? Like, dude, it's like I could only lay around. I'm in Hawaii, the luxury vacation spot, and even I'm getting like bored because it's like you could have fun for a week straight. You could go to the beach for a week straight and like, oh hey, what's up? Like, you could hang out with friends and all this stuff. But then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, I can't lay around the beach all day, bro. I'm not built to be retired at 25. So there's the aspect of it. The words can't come to me, but it's basically like you feel like life is over. You feel like you feel like that's it. Like the goal's over already. I never have to work ever again. Now think about that. You may think about that as you're actively working and you're like, who is this guy talking about? I would kill to have 800,000 and a month off or whatever. But I'm telling you, it hits different when you're a month in and you're making money, but you're not physically doing anything. When you make passive income, it's passive. It means you're not physically doing anything. So if I got to the point where I could just take 800,000 out, put it 10% per year, make 80,000 per year compounding, never work again a day in my life, would that really be all that fulfilled? Like, dude, think about it. That is boring, my guy. Like, I don't care who you are or what type of struggle you're in right now. That is boring, dude. From 25, retiring at 25. Like, dude, that is boring and unfulfilling. So that's one aspect. The other aspect, and here's the thing, if I would have took 800K out and like just put it in the savings account or interest, whatever, and never have to work, or let's say it went even more, let's say 2 million, 3 million, I don't even know what I would be doing right now. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm almost thankful that I lost it because now I'm forced to achieve a mission. I'm forced to accomplish a goal. Back then, the financial goal is done. It's over with. There's no goal after that. Because, I mean, the only goal you could do is just up your million. It's like, oh, I got to 1 million. All right, now the goal is 10 million. But at that point, it's just like, you're not going to make 10 million in a physical job anyway. So passive income is exponential. So the more the more net worth you have, the bigger the passive income is going to get. And the bigger the passive income is going to get, the less you have to work. I'm telling you, passive income is low-key depressing if there's too much too quick, because you're done and you're young with all this energy. You don't want to be done yet. You want to still be achieving. So for me, the other factor, that's the main factor, but the other factor is I'm not even in the same mindset as I am now compared to when I had that money. When I had that money, who knows what would have happened if I would have cashed it out and started spending it and get a nice car and I would have got nice diamond chains, I just saw PNB rock. He just got rocked. And there's no disrespect because I love this artist. But he was because of the chains. He literally got killed because of flashy chains and because of money. So that's the other factor that made me, I'm rethinking my whole, I may not ever get a diamond watch or a diamond necklace. Like, these are things I wanted to get. So let's say I get 800K and it keeps going. I get 1.5 million, 2 million, 3 million, and then next thing you know, I'm a superstar in town, and then I'm PNB Rock. You get what I'm saying? Or I'm Pop Smoke, or the other XXX whatever that got killed in Florida. It's like, dude, bad things can happen when you have a lot of money and you don't know how to properly spend it. You can literally make yourself become a target. And then that's the other thing. When I had 800,000, bro, I was constantly turning my back, like looking around. I didn't trust no one because I wasn't right mentally. But on top of that, I had just got the money, so I was just like, I don't know who I can trust. Like, I've had people steal from me before, but it's like, looking back on it in hindsight, I'm literally like, dude, it may have been beneficial for me to lose this money. One, so I have a goal to achieve. I have an objective to accomplish. That's not just looking at a chart and looking at it go up. Oh, look, the chart's going up and I made another 5,000 this week. Okay, that took 10 seconds to do. What do I do with the other 24 hours in a day? You know what I'm saying? It's literally like, if you get so much money in crypto or in investments that's passive income, I'm telling you, you literally do not have to work anymore. And that's why, like, these super rich people that say, like, oh, I'm busy, it's like, that is 100% cap. Because they're not busy because they have to be. They're busy because they want to be. Do you think LeBron James is busy because he has to be? No, LeBron is literally busy is because he wants to be. So, but with me, it's like, I can't fake my busyness. I can't fake my necessity to work hard. Like, if I don't have to work hard, I'm not gonna work hard. But if I have to work hard, I'm the hardest working person out here. I told you, I'm a grinder and I strive for success. But if you tell me, well, all right, well, you already made 10,000 this week with investing, but work hard and work 40 hours driving Uber to make 1,000 and risk getting in a car accident or risk killing someone or risk getting robbed. But you're working hard. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, there's a difference between you literally need to work hard, you have no other choice or you go homeless, versus, oh, I'm working hard because I'm bored, I got nothing else to do. Like, that hunger, that drive, that authentic hunger that comes from being broke, it only comes from being broke, and it only comes from literally needing to do that. Any person that tells you they're already worth 100 million but they're still hungry, that's not real hunger. That's filling a void. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to stay hungry and work hard until the day you die. My point is, it's not the same when you literally need to do it versus when you're choosing to do it because you're bored or you have nothing else to do, whatever. So with me, I got to the point where I was like, all right, I don't need to do that. I don't need to grind ever again. At 25, when most people grind till they're 60 or whatever. Now, do I want to work hard and physically grind till I'm 60? No, of course not. But I don't want it to end at 25. that's too early. That's like, that's too early. So, and so there's the point of, you literally get depressed. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, this video is getting long, so I don't even remember everything I've said already. I may repeat myself if I keep talking about that aspect. But the other aspect is becoming a target. Like me now, come steal. I got nothing to steal. So what are you gonna take? Nothing? So there's definitely that, like, I'm not looking at, I don't care. Like, when you're broke, you don't care because you have nothing to lose. When you're rich and you got a lot of money, you got a lot to lose. So, but the main aspect is the lifestyle. If you're young and rich and flashy, you become a target. I don't want to be a target at all. That's why, one of the reasons I moved out of where I'm from. Because I don't know if any of those broke dudes, I can trust them and they know I got a lot of money in crypto. I'm not hanging around. Heck no. I'm moving to a whole different area, a low crime area, Hawaii, super low crime area. I'm being proactive. I don't want to be reactive. Because being reactive when it comes to people trying to rob you, it don't go too well. Look what just happened to PNB Rob. So that taught me a lesson that me personally, I don't even think I'll ever want to have flashy jewelry. So, because it's like, it's all this materialistic stuff. It's like, what's the point? Oh, I look flashy. I have this, like, this little stainless steel necklace, it costs $60 or $80, something like that. I've been wearing this for like 6 years. I don't need some, oh, I got 100,000 around my neck. Oh, well, now you're dead. Or now you're losing 100,000, or now you're in a dangerous situation, or now, like, it's just not worth it. And my point is, had I just kept making that money when I was young, dumb, and stupid, and high all the time, for a fact, I would have been buying all this flashy stuff. And my point is, you don't know what could have happened. You don't know where God could have saved you from preventing something to happen. So me losing this money could have actually been a blessing. Who knows? I wouldn't have bought a Lambo and bought a diamond necklace and been riding through somewhere or visiting Miami. Like, I went to Miami and I had Fendi on. It's my only designer clothes I bought is Fendi shorts. But I was walking around with that, and I wanted to rent a Corvette when I was in Miami with this girl. Was it to show off to her? Was it to show off to myself? Was it to show off to others? Regardless, the point is, I feel like God could have blocked that from happening, because who knows, I would have been in a nice whip, and then I could have got robbed in Miami, or something bad could have happened. So the point is, with me losing this money, I lost the money, but I gained wisdom. I lost the money, but I gained righteousness. I lost the money, but I gained a closer relationship to God, to where now I'm still going to get that money. Don't get me wrong. I will become a multimillionaire. The difference is, this time around, maybe I'm not going to have the intentions of getting all these diamond stuff and being flashy and putting myself up for something bad potentially. So I feel like it's a blessing in disguise, because when I was in Miami, I couldn't get the Corvette. For some reason, it didn't work out, and I just got a regular car. Who knows what could have happened? Everybody could be like, oh, this and that, but it's like, there's always a what if. And the what if didn't happen the way that it happened, but what if it did? So what if I did get rich and then I died because of it? Now, right now, I can't be like, oh, see, God protected me from dying right there. Because, that's not how the reality works. You can't, see what would have happened in an alternate reality had I took different steps. But the point is, you can estimate and anticipate and learn from hindsight, going far enough back or forward. Dang, I'm retarded, bro. I'm gonna stop making this video. I'm getting mad now. I can't talk. But the point, oh my gosh, man. But the point is, I feel like a lot of things happened that I at first may have thought were bad, but in reality they could end up being good because of the lessons I learned from them. Being too flashy, like just not being closer to God in general. Like, how do I know that losing the money is the whole reason I got closer to God, and then getting closer to God is the whole reason that I improve my life, and then improving my life is the whole reason that I meet the love of my life, and then I start a ministry, start preaching the word. I don't know what my absolute ultimate purpose is, but I know that the exact purpose that I am destined to fulfill would not have happened if exactly what happened to me, which is losing $800,000, didn't happen. And I got $1 million super quick and got super flashy and then got robbed and killed. Who knows? That's my point. But now, because I lost that $800,000, one, I get to work now, I get to grind, so I don't have that feeling of unfulfillment and that feeling of emptiness that's just like, oh, what, I can go to work, but it doesn't feel like it's necessary, so it doesn't even feel like it's authentically, like, fulfilling. It feels like I'm just doing it to fill a void, and it's not even fulfilling. So there's that aspect, and then there's the aspects of all the lessons that come with it. But yeah, I feel like if you look at a lot of rich people who made a lot of money, none of them will be like, oh yeah, once I completed the goal, my life that was the most amazing thing ever. None of them are that enthusiastic about achieving their goals. They're always like, yeah, no, that was awesome. But, it doesn't make you happy. And after doing it myself and getting at such a high net worth at such a young age, dude, I'm telling you, it's not all it's worked up to be. It is not as fulfilling as anyone wants to claim it is. It can bring actual literal depression if you do it too early. Or if you do it without the proper life experiences beforehand. Like now, like if I become a millionaire next year or 2 years from now, I'll be more like, okay, it's more deserving. Like I've had the experiences that I need to have, that can only be had when you're broke, that can only be had when you go through trials and tribulations. It's trials and tribulations that build men into who they truly are. They build that character, they build that strength, they build that adversity. So anybody who's born into wealth, they can't even relate to broke people because they never had that. They never had that authentic grind, that real, literal need to grind. They've only had a grind out of a void needing to be filled. So having a grind and a necessity to grind, not out of the requirement of a void being filled, but out of your literal necessity to survive and to avoid homelessness. Trust me when I tell you, that is a blessing. Now, does that mean your goal should be doing that until you're 50, 60, whatever? No. You should absolutely want to enjoy yourself. My whole thing is embrace the process and enjoy the journey. Because next thing you know, your investments could pop off and the journey could be over by default and you don't need to work anymore. Now that doesn't mean you can't transition into other things. My whole plan was transition into other things like real estate and whatever. But I'm telling you, passive income, specifically in crypto, it can get so good to where it's like, oh, I don't even have any purpose anymore. I already got 10 million. So it's like, I guess then the purpose becomes give away money and then earn more. I mean, it's like I've heard people that literally like they get millions and then they go broke on purpose just to get the millions in because they're so bored. So the journey, I'm telling you, the journey is more fulfilling than the destination. Do not forget that, and do not be ungrateful or not embracing of the moment when you're in the journey, because I'm telling you, that could be the most satisfying part, is the journey and the grind itself. And that's what I learned from losing 800K. I'm sure there's some other things. I just wanted to knock another video out. But yeah, that's some of the things that I learned from losing 800,000 and why I'm actually okay with losing 800,000.